Hey everyone, welcome back to another one of my videos. Today we're going to be looking at Greenshift Page Builder's filter block, and it's such an easy and necessary block, especially if you're making websites with lots of different resources, including custom posts, or even if it's just Woo shopping lists or many other things that you can use this filter for. So we're going to delve in and have a look at that and how to use what you need beforehand and everything that goes with using Greenshift's filter block. So what is a filter block? What do they look like? Let's have a look. Well, this is a filter, right? You've got a filter here where I am showing you different year groups for this, in this case, video clips, right? I've got different video clips for different year groups. I've got 6 year 5 videos, and you can see that I've filtered out all of my videos, and just now I can see the year 5 videos. So what do I need? What do we need for this first? Let's go into our plugins and make sure we have what we need for this video. Firstly, we need Greenshift Page Builder, but also on top of that, we need Greenshift's query and meta add-on. Now I've deactivated this for a reason, because if you've had Greenshift for a while, like I have, and you've installed this a while ago, you need to deactivate and reactivate this for this to work. Once you've deactivated and reactivated the plugin, which is not the page builder plugin itself, it's the query and meta add-on plugin, you need to deactivate and activate that, and only then it would work. Now, if you haven't done that and you forgot and you kind of go through everything I've gone through and you see it's not working properly, I'm going to show you why it hasn't worked and what you can do to fix that. So after you've reactivated the plugin, what's going to happen is you're going to need to filter. You have to go to Greenshift and filter index the filter, right? You have to index what you want to filter. So for me, I'm going to start off by looking at my lesson plans. Okay, so I've got lesson plans here. I'm going to filter that out. Now at the moment, even though I've got it working here, if I refresh this, what's going to happen, what you're going to see is this problem. I can't filter anything out at the moment, right? These are my video clips, my lesson plans are here. It might show we've got a few things that I can filter here, but it probably won't. Oh, it works. Okay, so this one's working so far, but because I've reset the plugin, these ones are not working. You can see 0. Now, at first, when I first did this, I had some problems with this. When I say some problems, it took me like less than a minute, because the documentation on the Greenshift website is really good for this block. So it was simple. I just followed those documents and it was as easy as that. So let's see. I've filtered things. Yep, it says indexing completed. Perfect. That was my lesson plans. That's probably why you could see it working here, because this was my lesson plans, right? So once that's done, now I've already added the filters here, so you can see that it's working, but we're going to show you how to add the filters on for this query loop. So you can see that it works perfectly. Reception, year 1, it's got 2 videos, reception and year 1. Right here, you can see year groups, there's only 1 video, and so forth, right? So let's have a look. Now we've got our page here. Yep, let's see, let's go down here, and I want to add a filter, right? Let me get rid of this filter first, and to show you how to do that, right? Let's delete that. Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to add a filter in this div. Now you can see from this page that I've got some mixed blocks. When I say mixed blocks, if you're used to Greenshift, you know all the debate regarding the more classic, more user-friendly, you might say, blocks like the row column blocks, which are in blue, and we've got the slightly newer, I would say, element blocks, which is like the div element here, which are more developer focused, as some say. But what I really like about this, and I might do a video on the difference between the two, is that the local styles here is so much more cleaner, much more easier to use when it's like this, and it's less movement of your mouse, right? So you don't have to keep going scrolling up and down. It's just all here in the tabs, and it works really well. Anyway, let's go back to our focus, which is to add a filter, right? So the first step is, where am I going to put the filter? Okay, I'm going to put the filter in this div. Perfect. What am I going to filter? I'm going to filter the lesson plans in this query loop. So if I'm going to filter the lesson plans in this query loop, and we do need a query loop for this, then what has to happen is for us to go down. So we've got all of these options here. I need to go down these options and find a specific part that's going to help us. So I'm going to go all the way down, and here you can see I've got filter block connection, and it's got this ID. I need to copy that ID, and once I copy the ID, I'm going to use the ID in the actual filter block, right? So I'm going to add, and before I add a filter block, I actually need the filter panel. Okay, so I've added the filter panel, and you can see here that in the filter panel, you're going to have a filter block, right? Before we use the block though, in the filter panel, what we have to do is a really simple thing. We're just going to add the ID here, and boom, that's all. That's all you got to do. Filter ID is inserted here, and then you're going to go to the filter block and start working. Now I want to filter via the taxonomies, right? So simple case, you've got all of these options here: taxonomy, custom meta, woo price, title, and woo stock. I want it to be taxonomy, so it's already there. What am I going to filter? I'm going to filter my what is it, year group by year group, right? So I've got years reception all the way to year 8. So yeah, I want to filter by year group. Is it do I need to include the child terms? I don't think I've got any child terms for this because of the taxonomy. And actually we do have child terms in taxonomies, I think, if I'm not mistaken, but I don't have any for this website. So the next step is the operator. Is it or and? Do I include, if there's more than one, I think, do I include both of them, or is it has to be in both of them? So for example, it says here for this card, it says year 3 and 4. So if I choose 3 and 4, this one will appear for sure, but do all the ones that are year 3s appear and all the ones in year 4 appear? No. Or do I just want the ones that are both for year 3 and 4? So you have to choose which one's which here. And also the type of filter you want, right? Is it a checkbox, radio, button, and so forth? I want it to be a text tag because I think it looks nice and clean for this design. And so once I've saved that, where I've got my lessons, I'm going to check this, and you can see that, yep, it's here. And if I've got year 6, all the year 6 lessons come up here. As you can see, if I've got year 5, now only the year 5 and 6 lessons appear. And so it's as easy as that, right? It's as simple as that. Now, some of us have more than one taxonomy, right? So what I'm going to do is, like for me here, I've got 2. I've got year groups, and I've got level of challenge. So I'm just going to add, let's see, add after. Can I add after? That's strange. I need to add another filter block here. So I'm gonna see, let's see if this works here. Can I not add after? Normally it allows me to add after, but it's not allowing me here for some reason. So I might just add before or add after. I'm going to add something after, and I'm going to call that filter block. Is that here? / filter block, filter block, filter panel, not filter block, filter block. Why is that filter block not here? Let's have a look. Can I duplicate this? That might be easier. Yes, I can. I'm going to duplicate that. That'll be much quicker. I don't know why I didn't see that before. Okay, so I've duplicated the filter block, but now I don't want it to be year group. I want it to be, what do I want it to be? I want it to be level of challenge, right? Level of challenge is here. Now my level of challenge are a bit messed up, but let's have a look what happens in the front end. So I've got 2 different filters here. As you can see, it doesn't show up on the back end, but on the front end, if I refresh, what you should see is that I've got 2 different filters. Now I can do hard, and there's only year 2 that's challenging here. So let's choose one that's okay. There's 5 moderate level, ignore the naming, but 5 moderate level questions or lesson plans here. And if I'm a year 3 teacher, oh, I've got 2 moderate level year 3 lesson plans. So it works together really well. I mean, it's so simple, it's incredible, because most other filters are much more complicated. Now, if I want to change, so I've finished this off, if I want to change anything, like I want it to be a checkbox box instead, so I can save that, and voila, somewhere here, there we go, it's a checkbox. Now obviously the styling is dark color here, so I need to change that, but you can see it works really well here as well. Okay, styling wise is very simple to change. You go back, you can change color, checked background, color, checked color, and you've got more styles here. So let's have a look. The filter block is selected, and I want to change, what do I want to change? I want to change the font, maybe color, and oops, wrong one. I want to change the font color, text color. Let's say it's like this kind of color. And let's see if that's worked. And there you are. Okay, now you can see it more clearly. So yeah, it's as simple as that, nothing complicated at all. Any one of us can do this as long as we have the query block plugin, and we've paid for that. It's definitely worth it. I think Bricks and Greenshift are leading the way for dynamic data kind of usage and the options we have. It's absolutely incredible. Greenshift obviously is the leading one in terms of block plugins. So yeah, if there's any questions, feel free to pop a question down below. If you like the video, helped you, please do like. It would really help build the website, and the YouTube channel, and also help me, encourage me to finish this website. And yeah, I'm going to make a few more videos, hopefully helping us with different things that I think, I've struggled on myself, to be honest with you, and now I'm a lot more confident. So hopefully giving back to the community would be helpful. Let me know how it goes, and I would love to hear from you in the future. Take care, everyone. Bye.